Good morning. Now in this video I am going to discuss about the application of valence bond theory for the complexes having coordination number 4. As we discussed in the previous videos, even here also we are going to discuss about the nature of hybridization, geometry and magnetic properties of some complexes with coordination number 4. Correct. The example is COF6 with charge 3 minus, an anionic complex which has cobalt as a central metal ion and a silicon F minus, fluorido-silicon, which has a net charge 3 minus, so negative charge, so it is an anionic complex. Okay, right. First, as usual, let us find out oxidation state of central metal ion, cobalt oxidation state. Let us have X, then 6 number of fluorido-silicon with its charge minus 1, because fluorido-silicon is a negative silicon, F minus. So its charge is minus 1. 6 into minus 1 is equal to the sum of oxidation number of central metal ion silicon is equal to the net charge carried by the complex ion. So it is equal to minus 3. So that finally you are getting X equal to plus 3. So in the above complex, the central metal cobalt is in 3 plus oxidation state. Oxidation state of cobalt is 3 plus. Okay, right. First I write the electronic configuration of cobalt. Cobalt atomic number 27. Z value for cobalt is about 27. So its electronic configuration argon 3d7 4s2. 7 electrons in d orbital, 2 electrons in s orbital, isn't it? Right. But in the complex, cobalt is in 3 plus oxidation state. So next step we have to write electronic configuration of cobalt 3 plus ion. So cobalt 3 plus ion is formed from cobalt atom due to the loss of 3 electrons, isn't it? The 2 electron from s orbital, 1 from d orbital will be removed, so that the 3d orbital will carry only 6 electrons. So now this is the electronic configuration of cobalt 3 plus ion, argon 3d6 4s0. Okay, right. Now the orbital diagram for the electronic configuration of cobalt 3 plus ion, 3d orbital with 6 electrons. So the 5d orbitals are filled according to Auer principle as first orbital with 2 electron, remaining 4 with single electron. Okay, right. Now the 4s orbital with 0 electron, 4p also 0. So 4s and 4p orbitals are empty. So right. And even 4d orbital also will be empty. So if you want, you can draw even 4d orbital also, because we are going to use 4d orbital for hybridization. So if you write 4d orbital here, so nothing wrong. Okay, right. 4d 0 configuration, isn't it? Right. Now the nature of silicon is F minus, fluorido-silicon. It is a weak field silicon. When in the sense it cannot pair up the unpaired electrons. So say look at this configuration, there are 4 unpaired electrons that they cannot be paired up in presence of fluorido-silicon, because fluorido-silicon is a weak field silicon. Okay, so that d orbital will have the same configuration. Okay, so that only the other orbital can take part in hybridization. Okay, right. So in presence of the silicon F minus, the cobalt 3 plus ion will have the same configuration, 3d6 with one paired up electron, one paired up orbital, and other 4 with unpaired electron. Okay, right. Now the coordination number of central metal ion is about 6. So which means for hybridization 6 orbitals are required, isn't it? Now let us start from here. S orbital number 1 and p orbital number 3, 4 orbitals, 2 more orbitals, d orbital about 2. So that this cobalt 3 plus ion follows sp3 d2 hybridization. Okay, so 6 orbitals are required for hybridization. If we start from 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orbitals. S orbital 1, p orbital 3, d orbital 2. So the hybridization is sp3 d2. Okay, right. For cobalt 3 plus ion, so after hybridization, it will produce 6 equivalent sp3 hybridized orbitals. So these are nothing but the new hybridized orbital forms. I have drawn it together. So each one is nothing but an sp3 d2 orbital. Each one is an sp3 d2 orbital. Once the hybridization is over, then the hybridized orbital will overlap with filled orbital of silicon. See, in the hybridization only the first 2 d orbitals are taken part. The remaining 3 orbital will not be used in hybridization, isn't it? It's nothing but these 3 orbital which are not used in hybridization. Okay, 4d I have mentioned as 4d orbital. Okay, right. Now the next to the complex formation, the hybridized orbital sp3d2 hybridized orbital overlaps with filled orbital of Licand. Okay, so that fluorido-Licand shares a pair of electron with this sp3d2 hybridized orbital such a way COF6 3- complex is formed. Okay, right. So this is what about cobalt hexafluorido cobalt 3 ion complex. Okay, so the main points are hybridization, sp3d2 geometry, sp3d2 hybridization as octahedral geometry, then magnetic property of the molecule paramagnetic, because look at the electronic configuration, you can see there are 4 unpaired electrons, isn't it? There are 4 unpaired electrons, so that the molecule behaves as paramagnetic. So then we can calculate magnetic moment of the complex using this formula. N value is about 4. When you substitute in the above formula, you will get square root of 24, which is nothing but 4.899 Bohr magneton. Okay, so that is the magnetic moment value of this cobalt fluorido complex. Okay, right. And then this is also called as a outer orbital complex, because in the hybridization only outer d orbital takes part. You can see in the hybridization only outer d orbital, 4d orbital take part in hybridization, so it is called as outer orbital complex. If inner d orbital, 3d orbital take part in hybridization, then it is supposed to be called inner orbital complex. So it is outer orbital complex, high spin complex. So there are many unpaired electrons. Magnetic moment value is high, so that is called high spin complex. Spin magnetic moment value is high, so high spin complex. Spin free complex, there are many unpaired electrons, so it is also called spin free complex. Okay, so this is about the nature of complex COF6 with net charge 3-. Okay, and one more example, FeCN6 3- complex. Okay, even this also a complex with coordination number 6. So let us see how this complex is formed and the nature of hybridization, geometry and magnetic property. So first let us find out oxidation state of the central metal iron. So iron oxidation state X. So Licand number 6, Cn minus Licand. Licand is Cn minus negative Licand, unit negative charge 6 into -1 is equal to the sum of oxidation state of central metal and Licand is equal to the total charge carried -3. So finally you are getting X equal to +3. When the above complex, iron is in +3 oxidation state. It is in ferric form, isn't it? Okay, right. Now first I have written the electronic configuration of iron. Iron atomic number is 26. Iron atomic number 26. So argon 3d6 4s2. This is d electron, this is s electron. d6s2, 3d6 4s2. But in the complex it is in 3+ oxidation state. So iron is supposed to lose 3 electrons. 2 electrons from s orbital, 1 from d orbital. So it gets d5 configuration. So electronic configuration of Fe3+ ion is argon 3d5 4s0. Okay. So I have drawn the orbital diagram for this Fe3+ ion. So electronic configuration of Fe3+ ion 3d5. So 3d orbital has half filled electronic configuration, 4s0 and 4p orbital also there, but it is empty, isn't it? Okay. Here nature of Licand. Licand is Cn-, which is called as cyanido. The name of the Licand is cyanido, negative Licand, and it is a strong field Licand. We know very well that strong field Licand cause pairing of unpaired electrons. So there are 5 unpaired electrons in 3d orbital. So in presence of Cn- Licand, the 5 unpaired electrons are getting paired up. So when they get paired up, so they will be paired this way. Okay, 2 orbital with paired up electron, 3rd orbital with unpaired electron. Okay, right. Now in this electronic configuration, you can see last 2d orbital becomes empty, isn't it? So that they also can take part in hybridization. Okay, right. The coordination number of Fe3+ ion, central metal ion is 6, so that 6 orbitals are required for hybridization. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orbitals. That is d orbitals about 2, s orbital about 1, then p orbital about 3. D orbital 2, s orbital 1, p orbital 3. So this ion Fe3+ ion undergoes D2sp3 hybridization. What is it? D2sp3 hybridization. Okay, right. So after hybridization, Fe3 plus ion forms 6 number of hybridized orbitals. So these are the 6 hybridized orbital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each one is nothing but D2sp3 hybridized orbital. Okay, which are equivalent in properties. Okay, right now this hybridized orbital will overlap with Licon filled orbital such a way this FeCN6 3- complex is formed. Okay, so I have shown the hybridization overlapping of Licon orbital and hybridized orbital of central metal ion. Okay, these are nothing but the pair of electrons which are shared by the Licon with the hybridized D2sp3 orbitals of central metal ion. Okay, right. Now we come to the main point, the nature of hybridization D2sp3, geometry octahedral. So previous complex follows sp3d2 hybridization. Forward also the geometry is octahedral. Whether D2sp3 or sp3d2, the geometry is nothing but same, which is octahedral. Magnetic property, the complex is paramagnetic, because look at the electronic configuration. You can see there is one unpaired electron, isn't it? Due to presence of one unpaired electron, this complex behaves as paramagnetic. So you can calculate spin magnetic moment value mu s using this formula. It is about 1.732 Bohr magneton. 1.732 Bohr magneton, and this complex is also called as inner orbital complex, because you can see in the hybridization 3d orbital take part, inner d orbital take part in hybridization, so that it is also called as inner orbital complex. Okay, right. I hope you are able to follow how to find out nature of hybridization, geometry and magnetic property of a complex using valence bond theory. Okay, right. Thank you.